If he doesn't treat you right by now, you're gone.
I'm gone.
Now go chop his dick.
Belle's Magical World. Wow, what a great movie. I love seeing my favorite characters moving at 10 frames a second and looking absolutely hideous. You know that derp face Belle makes in this movie that everyone loves to point out? Yeah, that wasn't even like a smear frame someone took a screenshot of. They hold on that shot. They intentionally left this in the movie because they did not give a shit. Obviously, you're supposed to go into these direct-to-DVD sequels expecting the animation to be bad because of budgetary restrictions. But I'm sorry, this one goes beyond that. It's unbelievably horrendous. It's not even on the same level of quality you should expect from a TV show, which this so clearly was a backdoor pilot towards. Hell, I was gonna say that this looks like a fan-made animation, but that would be an insult to everybody who worked on Be Our Guest Reanimated, who did an infinitely better job than the animators on this officially licensed Disney movie. And it's probably not their fault either. I'm sure they did as good of a job as they could with the $5 Disney gave them to make this. Wow, the animation's bad. What an original criticism. Okay, what else is there to talk about? Maybe the fact that this is definitive proof that Beauty and the Beast could never work as a TV show. The pacing of the original film is perfect, but all of that gets thrown out the window when you try and stretch the amount of time Belle spent in the Beast's castle in order to tell all these inconsequential, shitty-ass escapades that went on during the midpoint of the original movie. You can't do anything that takes place after the movie, because then none of the characters will be in their marketable furniture forms. So you gotta keep making these terrible midquels that actively make the Beast horribly unlikable. Like, within the context of just the first movie, Belle isn't really a prisoner and she can leave anytime, but she stays because of the Beast's hidden compassion. But if we want to consider this canon, then Belle should have gotten the hell out of there as soon as possible because this guy is a fucking lunatic. He has a meltdown because she's taking care of this bird who can't fly, and he hates birds for some reason. Except then he realizes that birds can sing, and he's like, this bird is my prisoner forever. Get it? It's like a metaphor! Obviously, he learns afterwards that the bird should be set free, but that doesn't really change how legitimately sociopathic he acted earlier. And that's not even getting into the other short where he acts like a maniac and doesn't apologize, and then Belle thinks to herself, well, maybe I should apologize for calling him rude. This is a terrible message, and it basically ruins the entire first movie. Thank you for that. There's this other dumbass little short where it's Lumiere's anniversary with the feather duster. And apparently her name is Fifi now, even though I could have sworn it was Babette. Am I just going insane? I'm watching this movie, so clearly the answer is yes. But whatever. Fifi is jealous because Lumiere seems to be doing all this romantic stuff with Belle. Because apparently Fifi forgot that the whole point of Belle being here is to fall in love with Mr. Beast because she's really dumb. But it's just a misunderstanding because Lumiere is preparing for his date with Fifi tonight. But she is super jealous. Then he invites her to the date, and she forgets all about the stuff she thought she saw between him and Belle. Like, from her perspective, Lumiere is still cheating on her with Belle when she's not looking, since he never explained what was going on. So, shouldn't she still be mad at him? Ah, f*** it! I hate this movie, and I'm ending the segment here because the movie itself doesn't even have an ending. It just kinda stops. So I'm taking inspiration from it. Yay! I never want to see any of these characters again.